Okay. I'm Arisa, not you are Arisa. Okay. When we use the symbol of integration yesterday, we said that if I make the n tends toward infinity, yeah. Okay. Can I move to the next page first before I come to here? The concept that we have, we said that our overestimate. Okay. So we have this statement, I say as n tends toward infinity. So what is n here? The number of rectangles of equal width. Right? Tends toward infinity. So therefore, the sum of the area of what? Rectangles is equal to the exact area bounded by the curve y equal to fx, straight line x equal to a, x equal to b, and x axis. And is represented by this symbol. You see, sum. So this symbol represents the word sum of the area. Okay? Integration. And the limit. You see, in this integration, I'm going to write down all the 4 boundaries. So the first boundary is fx, y equal to fx. So I write down here. Straight line, x equal to a, x equal to b. It must go from left to right. Are you clear? Okay. And the x-axis is one of the boundaries, so you have the dx here. So that is what the meaning of definite integral. Are you clear? So if I ask you what is the meaning of this, you must say area bounded by the curve. You have to define all these exact area bounded by the curve. So you have to state exactly this for the meaning of this. Are you clear? So if I ask you what is the meaning of integrate a to b fx dx, this is the statement that you are supposed to make. Are you okay? And how we come to this is because so this is what we call limit. So in differentiation, you got limit. In integration, you also got limit. So there are 4 boundaries here. 1, the curve. This is the first one. Second boundary. X equal to A. Third boundary. X equal to B. And the fourth boundary, the x-axis. You see or not? So we will never use the word area under the curve. We always use area bounded by, so we state all the boundary. So it's a two-dimensional thing. So you got the area. Am I right? Okay. So that is the meaning of definite integral. And how we get to this, that is called the limit. As n tends toward infinity, the width, if you want, the sum of the area of the rectangle is the sum of the area of rectangles is equal to, this is belong to the other one, don't get confused. It's equal to the exact area bounded by the curve. All right? Yeah. Okay. So just now at the beginning of the class, I write down this. All right. If the area is above the x-axis, your definite integral will represent the area. If the area is below the x-axis, then if I want to find the area bounded by the curve, so what should I do? Why I need to put a negative there? Because when you get a definite integral, if the area is below the x-axis, the definite integral will give you a negative value. So area is a scalar quantity. So negative times negative will give you positive. So if you want, you can put a note there. Why is it like that? Because values of this definite integral for this case only, for case 2 only. So negative times negative, what do you get? You get positive. Are you clear? Okay, is there any other way to write this? If I don't want to use a negative, is there any other way to write this? Yeah, I can use modulus. Is there one more way to do it? We will discuss it as we move along. All right? Okay, so which way I prefer? Later you will see. Okay, so now you understand how definite integral represent the area bounded by the curve. You do an approximation, but as n tends toward infinity, the width of the rectangle tends toward what? The width of the rectangle will tend toward what? 0. So the sum of all the area of all the rectangle will be equal to the definite integral. Okay, so now if I ask you this question before we continue with one of the questions that I'm going to give you to solve. Okay, if I put a fx dx, what is the value, you think? What is the value? Since you know this is a sense of an area, so if I imagine it as a graph, this is my fx graph. From A, go to A. So what is the area? one-dimensional thing. Is there an area? From here, I know that the width of the rectangles is 0. So therefore, the area will be the width is 0, the height is FA. So what do we get? Am I right? So if even a teacher doesn't teach you, you as a student, if you imagine like that, do you think you can get the answer? You can get the answer like that? So a lot of things when you come to a higher level, as a student, all right, you know what is the answer. Even the teacher, if you know the meaning of this. So I imagine like that, I get the answer. Okay? Can or not? So this is one very important thing that you have to remember. It's a straight line. A straight line got area or not? No. A straight line is a one-dimensional thing. One-dimensional thing only have length. Two-dimensional things got length, there is a perimeter, and also the area. Three-dimensional thing, like you and me, we have length, we have area, surface area, we also have volume. What do you mean by volume? What do you mean by volume? Space that you occupy. What do you mean by area? Space that you cover. It's okay. It's okay. You can try. It doesn't matter. Space that you cover. Cover and occupy are different things. Correct? So you see, when you learn the basic thing, so three-dimensional thing, you got three things. You got length. There is the total age. You got total surface area. And you also got the volume. Yeah? Okay? So, and we are not going to talk about integration for volume. Okay? So we only cover with area. Okay, so now everyone, I stop recording. So the graph for part A, the graph for part A, it should go some sort like that. I just want from 0.7. It goes some sort like that. All right? Okay? I told you already. Every time when you sketch a graph, what is important? You all don't bother about this point, huh? For me, if I don't want to disturb my graph, I will put point A, I will put down the coordinate at the side. How many of you all did that? Did you? Tertangkap. You're always like that one. Make my life difficult only. Make me feel so sad for a few days. Exam didn't get good result, no? Very sad. I can't even retire with a happy heart. Okay, so I get 1.68. I put 1.69, and the Y is 1.31. Okay. Yeah. Okay, this is a habit. Every one of us must do that. Anyone in the class don't know how to find this point? Don't know. Your friend beside, do you know how to find? Can you please show it to him now? Okay. Can I? So I know this is 1.69. So I've done with part A. So I'm going to do part B. On the graph in A, draw 3 upper rectangles of equal width. W-I-D-T-H, apa ini. To make an overestimate of this, the value for this integration. Okay, now, every time when I ask you to draw rectangles, upper or lower rectangles, the first most important thing is to get the what? Width. So you get the width first. So the limit is 1 to 4. So I must take 4 minus 1 divide by 3, because I want 3 rectangles. Why I divide by 3? Because of 3 rectangles. Why I take 4 minus 1? Is because of the limit. See or not? Yes, why? Yes. Okay, so the width is very important. So it's equal to 3 divided by 3 equal to 1. So I start with, so here you know is 1.69. So roughly, we roughly do, oh, wrong. My 1 shouldn't be there. Am I right? So I put, oh, okay, sorry. I prefer to use, you see, I prefer to use whiteboard. Easier for me. Okay, so what I will do is, I will put 1 here, 2 here, because this is 1.69. Am I right? 3 here and 4 here. Right? The width is 1 unit. So now, when I draw an upper rectangle, between 1 and 2, this is taller. So this is my first upper rectangle. Between 2 and 3, at 3 is taller. So that is my second upper rectangle. Oh, sorry, it should be around here. So I'm using this point. I mark down the point that I'm going to use. And the third one is used. So you have to be very, very careful. Am I right? So then I answer, therefore, the overestimate of this will be equal to what? You write down the width first, that is 1. And the first rectangle, you use Y11. Am I right? So you write in your Y1 is the FX. So the examiner know what it means. Then the second rectangle is use 3. Am I right? So that is your second rectangle, Y13. So please don't think that it's left or right. Look at the situation and decide. So your decision is very important. Upper rectangle, every rectangle, the width is horizontal. The height, there are two sides. Upper rectangle, take a taller side. You get me? Plus Y14. Close. Straight away, give me the answer. Use your graphic calculator faster. Yes? 178. 6.78. We will put unit square. Please use your graphic calculator and do. Let me see whether you know how to do or not.
Miss Doe.
Okay. Are you okay?
Miss Doe.
Yes.
Why don't you take 2?
You can't take 2 because I want overestimate.
Okay.
2, you will get, if you use 2, okay, let me draw for you to see. This is 1, you get like that, correct? The first rectangle. If I take 2, it will be a lower rectangle. This is 1.
Okay.
If I take 2, I will get lower rectangle. So that doesn't work. So you have to be very careful. All right? I told you already, don't remember as left or right. Remember as what? Every rectangle, there are 2 sides. Correct? So this is the width. Yeah. So you want to draw upper rectangle? You take the taller one. So you take this point, and please don't take this one. This will give you the lower. You get what I mean? Now I draw it out like that for you to see. So it's not a matter of left or right. Like for the second one. The second one is this way. I have like that. Am I right? This is the first rectangle. So the second rectangle is this case. Here is 2, here is 3. All right? So I take this point. So this point read as 3, Y13. So that's why the height is Y13. Do you get me? Your imagination didn't run wild. Too much computer. Yeah, too much people imagine for you. That's why watching movie is not as good as reading book. Do you know why? Yeah. So the upper rectangle for this case will be this situation. Are you clear, class? So I told you already, it's not a matter of left or right. It's a matter of which side is the taller one, which height. Take the taller height for upper rectangle. And the height is the y coordinate. Are you clear? The height is the y coordinate. So you take. So for this case, correct, I give you how many examples, also no use. I purposely choose this example. I change the direction. Are you okay? Okay, everyone know how to use a calculator? Okay, good. So let's go to the C. Let's go to C. Okay. I also purposely choose this. I use this question. I cover everything with you. I just need to give you one example. Okay, now let's talk about C. Okay, C, I'm going to draw it all over again. I have to make it big. So you all don't be stingy also, because you want to do a lot of things here. You want to take notes of a lot of things. So we know our turning point A is 1 point. You see, I have to go back again. Where am I? 1.69. Height is not in 1.69. Okay. Where am I? Where am I? So 1.69. Take note. So 1.69. So here is. So for our case C, what is the width? 4 minus 1 divided by 6. So I get 0.5. Okay. So I have 1 here, 1.5 here, 2 here, 2.5 here, 3 here. Okay, I draw 3.5 here, and the last one, no space. Okay, never mind. Okay, 4. Correct? Okay, so now be very, very careful if it involves turning point. Between 1.5 and 2, which is the lower point? 1.69. Between 1.5 and 2, lowest fx happen at 1.69. So this is a crucial point. See or not? Hello, do you get me? So when I draw all the lower rectangle, the first lower rectangle is here. I use red. Exam, please don't use red. So this is my first lower rectangle. My diagram may not be accurate. So my second lower rectangle, I have to take this point. Take the point A. Third lower rectangle, I take 2. Fourth lower rectangle, I take 2.5. Get me? Fifth lower rectangle, I take 3. So you see, I mark down all the points. Because Y3 is shorter than Y3.5. Then the last rectangle is here. So therefore, under estimate of integrate 1 to 4 fx dx is equal to the width 0.5, right? The first lower rectangle, what is the height? y1 1.5. The second lower rectangle is y1 1.69. The third lower rectangle is y1 2 and on. Just key into the calculator. Don't tell me one by one. Close. Then you get the answer. Relax, key into your calculator. Yes? Okay? You got the answer? Okay, you get the answer 4.922. So the answer is 4.922 unit square. Okay? Got it? Okay, huh? So today I purposely said this so that you cover everything already. So one question, 10 marks for your SAT 3. You see? Relax. Okay, let's go to part C. Done, huh? Okay, part D, last part. Part D, they say explain way to make a better approximation of this. Okay, now, if we want to make a better approximation, we have to increase the number of rectangles, correct? And my answer will be, this is a generic answer, but your answer must have everything that I have inside there. If you miss out one of them, I give you 0 mark for that. So I will have to say 4. To make a better approximation, for x between 1 and 4. Divide into more rectangles of equal width. You get 1 mark. So if you miss out anything of this, you get 0 mark. Okay. When I say more rectangles, you can give me some examples like 10 rectangles, up to you. If you don't want, it's fine. Okay, but All in black must be there. The limit must be there. The word more must be there. Equal with must be there. Why must it be equal with? Have you ever asked yourself? Why must it be equal with? If I don't mention equal with, is it okay? Will it make a better approximation if I don't put equal with? No, the reason is this. Look, if I have a, just now that one, correct? If I divide into 10 rectangles, for example, I divide like that. Would that give a better approximation? Definitely no. This is not equal with. That's why equal with is very important. If you didn't say equal with, people can divide in any way they like. That's why when you learn maths, you have to be very specific exactly what you must do. Correct? When I specify to you, I specify exactly what you must do. Okay? So on this note, you can do the exercise in your textbook, but those who ask you to do more than, those questions ask you to do more than 10 rectangles, 100 rectangles, correct? Using the calculator, that method you don't have to learn. It's okay, it's fine. Yeah. Are you clear? So exercise 4, I think it's 4A. Am I right? Okay. Thank you, class. So SAT 4, we will have it, SAT 3, 1 week after Chinese New Year. You think I don't want Chinese New Year? I also want Chinese New Year.